In this video, I'm going to talk about a very nifty trick using records that can help you expand the details of the calculation so that the user who's taking a look at the query understands step by step as to how did you build your calculation. This is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to explore records and a couple of more sophisticated techniques around records. Let's get started. Alright folks, I'm in Power Query here, and that's where I have loaded some very simple data. The case that I'm trying to explore is simple, but you can put that to use in your more complicated scenarios. Take a look. So we have a date column here, we have a sales rep column, sales and the region column, and the task is to create a commission percentage column right here that is based off a condition. And what are the conditions? The condition is if your date is in the first 7 days of the month, then you give 10% commission. If the date is in the second 7 days of the month, that means from 18th up until the 14th, then you give 7% commission. And then if it's in the third 7 days of the month from the 15th up until the 21st, then you give 5% commission. And then if the date is in the final last 7 days of the month, then you give, let's say, 1% commission. That is what I have to do. Now, to be able to do that, I've already built a very simple calculation right here in the notepad. Let me just explain this calculation to you. So what I have done is I have created these variables here. So first 7, second 7, third 7. These are the days from the 1st till the 7th, 8 till the 14th, and 15 till the 21st. And then I'm just trying to check that, hey, this particular column, which is the date column, are you falling in between the 1st to 7th or not? Are you falling in between 8 to 14 or not, or 15 to 21 or not? Based on where the date is falling between all of these ranges, I then allocate commission. If it's in the first 7, then 10%, second 7, then 7%, third 7, then 5%, so on and so forth. Now what I can do is I can just take this calculation off from here and I can copy that and I can just go up to my add columns, custom column right here and create a custom column. Let's just call this as commission percentage, and I'm just going to feed the calculation right here. The problem with the calculation is that for these steps to be validated, you have to use the let and the in statement. So I'm just going to maybe write a let statement at the start. Hey, let. So this allows me to create the steps, the first step, the second step, the third step, so on and so forth. And then in the end, I'm just going to say in, and I'm going to call my output, which is nothing but my commission percentage. So commission percentage is my output. Kind of good to go. Say okay, and that gives me the answer whether the commission is 10%, 7%, 5%. The problem with this calculation is that I don't get to see that how the workings of the calculations are built. That means I don't get to see that which of these conditions is true and then which of the conditions is false, and how is the commission being calculated. What I get to see is the final output directly produced in the column, and I'd like to change that. So for that, we'll have to play around with records. Okay, if you don't already know what records are nothing but one row of any particular table. That's what a record is. And the records do come in pairs. That means you need to have a column header and the value of that particular column, which is nothing but one row of data. Let me quickly show you how the records are created, and then we're going to enhance our exploration of records and do some sophisticated work with that. I've created a blank query here, which is called records, which is empty at the moment. And I'm going to step inside the advanced editor and start to kind of play around with my records. I'm going to delete all of that stuff and start to create a record. Now records are initiated in the square brackets. So I'm going to maybe initiate a square bracket and start to write values. Now, remember that records need to have two parts. They need to have a column and they need to have the value of the column. So let's just say that I'm trying to create a record, which is nothing but one row of the table. Let's just say the first column is column 1 and the value of that is, let's say 100. Let's say then I have column 2 and the value of that, let's say alphabet A. And then I have column 3 and the value of that is, let's say, colored red. Nothing that complicated. Every single value is separated by a comma, and we have the square bracket, and the square bracket closes in the end. Kind of good to go and say okay. And what we get in front of us is a record, right? That is the simple definition of what a record is. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to use records in the query that we are creating and then start to enhance the calculations. All right, I'm back at my query, and that's where I have opened up the custom formula box that I just created, and I'm going to start to use records right here. Now, how do I use a record? Remember, record has got two parts. The first part of the record is the column, and the second part of the record is the value of that column. Now, the value of the column can also be a formula. It can also be a hard-coded value. So I'm going to get rid of the let in here, start the square bracket, and then I'm going to have all of these variables that I have created, get rid of the in and the commission percentage that I'm returning after the in statement and close the square bracket right here. And that is nothing but my record. I'm going to click on OK, and what I get as an output is the record. Let's just peek into the record and take a look what have we got. So I'm going to maybe click right here and I can see that now the record shows us that which of the condition stands true right here. So the date, which is the first date, is not in the first 7 days, not in the second 7 days, not in the third 7 days, and therefore the commission given to this is just 1%. If I take a look at the third record, I can see that the first 7 days is true because the date is actually in the first 7 days. This is 5th of June and these two are false, and that's why the commission percentage is 10%. So the records are working beautifully. Now the problem is that we have received a record. We have not received the output of the formula. Now in order for us to build the query, which is where I can turn on the detailing, which is nothing but output as a record so that I can take a look at what is going on and turn it off, can be done using something called as a parameter. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to maybe go right here and create a parameter, turn on details. Now how do I create a parameter? In case you don't know that, I'm just going to go ahead right here in the home tab and click on manage parameters and make a new parameter. Once I make a new parameter, give it a name, the one that I have called it as turn on details. Now the value of this parameter is going to be true or false. That means, do you want to turn on the details or not? So I'm going to say that the type is going to be like a true or false. That's what I'm going to say. The suggested values can be the list of values. The first value can be TRUE, true, and the second value can be false. And you can just maybe set the default value and the current value and you are kind of good to go. Now I'm not going to commit to this because I've already made a record. I'm just going to click on cancel and get out of this. Now once you have made the parameter, I'm going to use this parameter in my query to either turn on to show the records or turn it off to show the final output. It's going to be a fun. So take a look. I'm just going to go ahead in my data query and I'm just going to go ahead in this custom column that I'm working with, and I'm going to start to write a let statement. So I'm going to say let, and I'm going to maybe declare a variable called steps, and I'm going to say something like, hey, here are all of the steps that I have created, and these steps are nothing but records. At the end of the custom formula box, I can write something like in, and I can just maybe call my output, which is nothing but my steps output. But the steps output should be based off on a condition, and the condition is that is this particular variable a true variable or a false variable. So I'm going to say something like this. I'm going to say, hey, if this particular variable, which is turn on details, so I'm just going to say if turn on details is giving you a true, in that case I would like to show the details, and the details are made in which step? That variable is called steps. So I'm just going to return the steps as it is. So please give me steps as an output. But if this is turned off, that means you don't really want to see the details, you want to turn it off and you want to have the answer in your query. I'm going to say something like then and then I'm going to say else steps, and I would like to extract the commission percentage out of the step, and pct, close the bracket, and we're kind of good to go. Now let's just kind of commit to this. Let's just see what happens. Now at the moment I am getting the output, which is the percentage commission calculated. But if I go ahead and say something like this, hey, I want to take a look at the details of the calculation. Please show me the breakup of how have you made the calculation. I can just go ahead and say, hey, please show me the calculations. Turn on details is true. If I now go back to the data, I do not get to see the output, but I get to see the record, and I can explore as to how the calculation is built. This is a great way for you to build exploratory calculations so that somebody who's taking a look at the query can turn on the details or turn off the details and then take a look at the calculation. I'm sure you're going to be creative enough to use this in crazy ways possible. All right, that's been it. Let me know, how did you find this one? Did you find this interesting enough to apply it to your own queries? And should you have any questions, please do not hesitate to put down a comment. In the end, I'd like to give a big shout out about my DAX and my Power Query training courses. In fact, my upcoming M course that is going to be out very, very soon. If you've not signed up for the waiting list, I suggest that you please do sign up for the waiting list, and you will be the first person to be notified when the course is out. And in case you would like to sign up for my existing courses, please don't hesitate to check out the links in the video description. Those courses are going to be immensely helpful, from taking you to a beginner level to a more advanced advanced, sophisticated level so that you're able to solve your own problems in a confident way. Thanks so much for sticking around all this while in the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Cheers and bye now.